Good morning, Michigan City High School. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And now for a moment of silence. Thank you. You may be seated. Have a great day, Wolves.
Good morning, Michigan City High School. Today is Tuesday, September 24th. I'm Alyssa Workman, and here are your morning announcements. The Open Door Adolescent Health Center offers a medical walk-in clinic every morning from 7 o'clock to 7:20 a.m., except on Wednesdays. No appointment is necessary. If you need medical assistance, simply visit the office O111 located by the cafeteria. Please note that you must be registered to receive services. Support our Den Delirium by purchasing a shirt. Order forms are posted around the building. Just scan the QR code and pay online. If you need to pay cash, see T. Tice. Orders are due today, September 24th. It's College Go Week. The first person to email Miss A the correct answer gets to pick a prize in the counseling office. Which college student body is composed of men? Let's celebrate Hispanic Heritage Month by honoring cultures, history, and contributions of Hispanic and Latino Americans. Here's today's fact. Frida Kahlo, a famous Mexican artist known for her unique self-portraits, is an iconic figure of her self-expression and resilience. Her art often reflects themes of identity, pain, cultural pride, and inspiring young artists worldwide. Now, let's head to Mr. Green, who will talk about the Standard Response Protocol.
Hi, I'm Mr. Green. I'm one of the principals here at the high school, and I want to talk today about the Standard Response Protocol. This is one of our safety protocols to help keep the building safe and keep students safe. So we want to go over that. Ask your teacher, there should be an SRP poster located in your classroom. So this is a critical ingredient in the Safe Campus recipe, and it's a uniform response that we have to all incidents, and it's called the Standard Response Protocol. And it's based on an all hazards approach as opposed to individual scenarios. Like the Incident Command System, SRP utilizes clear common language while allowing for flexibility in our protocol. So I want to go over what some of these protocols are. First one I want to talk about is a hold. And so what you'll hear always is you'll hear what the action is and then what the behavior is or the anticipated behavior, desired behavior. So if we say hold in your room or area. And a hold is called when halls or common areas need to be temporarily cleared. Most of the time this is like an injury. So a student is injured in a hallway, a staff member is injured, somebody fainted, broken ankle, something like that. So we need to have the hallways cleared so that way health officials, ambulance, fire, paramedics can get to the situation, treat that person, get them in and out of the building without a lot of confusion or traffic. Because if the hallways if we're having a passing period, just imagine how hard it's going to be to get a stretcher through there, ambulance crews and things like that. So this is still a safety concern, but a hold is most of the time used for something like that. So if you hear hold, that is not a lockdown. That does not mean that there's some kind of danger in the building. It's more of a safety issue, or we're doing that because we want to do locker checks and locker searches and things like that. So that's what a hold is. Second one is secure. And it's going to be secure, get inside, lock outside doors. And so a secure is called when there's a threat or hazard outside of the building. The hazard or the threat is not inside the building, but it's outside. So we want the perimeter safe. So we want all doors locked on the outside of the building, so whatever the threat is cannot get in the building. And we also want to make sure that no one goes outside of the building to where the threat is. So students who are outside need to return to the inside of the building, and then we do business as usual. We can have passing periods, go to lunch, restroom passes and things like that. It just means we cannot leave the building. It also means if your parents are coming or someone from AK is coming, those buses, we'd have to turn those buses around, because if you're outside of the building, you cannot come inside while we're insecure. So I have to be clear about that. So sometimes if we're insecure and we're dealing with AK Smith students, we'll turn the buses around. That doesn't mean there's a threat in the building. That means we're trying to keep things safe outside of the building. Okay, so instructors and staff will recover students, visitors, and staff from outside the building. We lock exterior doors, and then we would increase our situational awareness, making sure we know what's going on. So we'd have our SROs, Sergeant Wadelski, Sergeant Hernandez, who do an awesome job. They would be handling all of the intel, anything going on outside of the building, so we can make informed decisions. Now I want to go to our next protocol, and that one is a lockdown. That's the one, locks, lights, out of sight. That is called when there's a threat or hazard inside of the building. So students move away from sight, maintain silence, and prepare to evade or defend. So we'd have the lights off, you'd be away from doors or windows, and you'd keep quiet. That means not even on your cell phone. We don't want to come by and see a blue light, anything, because if there's a threat in the building, we want the threat to believe that there's no one there. So if there's noise, if you're giggling, if you're moving around, if you're on your cell phone and there's blue light, that says there's someone in that room. We want to give the appearance that no one is in that room. So whoever that threat is, they just keep it moving. And then again, we will have a quick response, thanks to a shout out from MCPD, from other agencies who work with MCPD, and through our school resource officers. And I want to say this now so people feel a little safer. One of the reasons they're in the building is because they know the building. And so if there was a threat inside of the building, most of the time what's going to happen is, people are going to panic. Where's the threat? It's by Fargo's room. And unless you're a person in the building, you don't know what that means. So our SROs can direct all of the responders to wherever they need to go. So big shout out for having them both in the building. They help make the SRP work and make it effective. I want to go to the next protocol, and that is called evacuate. So that would be evacuate to a location. And that's called to move people from one location to another. So leave stuff behind if required to, or if possible, bring your phone, show your hands, be prepared for alternate instructions. And most of the time, like if a tornado came or we had a bad flood, something like that, something that would damage the building, then we would leave this building and we would go to a reunification site. Now, we do have a couple of those. I won't disclose them now because when we need them, we don't need to know about those things until that day, so that anyone who is planning to do harm or anything like that, they don't need to know where reunification sites are. We do have those in place. We do have a plan. And if we needed to evacuate, we will communicate that with you guys. That's another reason why during fire drills, you need to be quiet. So fire drills are not party time. You need to be quiet, because if we're going to give instructions and we have to evacuate and there is a fire in the building, we're going to have to go. Buses are going to be outside and we're going to have to go somewhere else if the building is damaged. And so you need to be able to hear what those instructions are. Now, last one is shelter. And in shelter, we're going to state the hazard and the safety strategy. So that's called when there's a need for personal protection. So if there was a tornado in the area, not one that attacked the building, but one in the area, or some kind of hazardous material issue outside the building, or an earthquake or something like that, then we would say to evacuate to a shelter area, seal the room, drop, cover, and hold, situations like that. So when we practice our earthquake drills, that's more of a shelter type drill. And so those things mean that there's not necessarily a threat in the building, there's a threat to the structure of the building. So we're trying to get you to a safe place, so like windows aren't breaking, bricks aren't falling on you, and things like that. And so again, that's not a threat where there's a bad person in the building. So understand that, what those things mean. And so those are our SRP protocols that we have in the building. A couple other things I want to mention right now. One is that we need to make sure that we keep our lockers closed. We need to make sure that they're locked, because In lieu of current events, things going on, we need to make sure that no one can put anything in our lockers that we don't give people permission to. Because if we go through a locker search and we search your locker and we find something inappropriate in there, then you're responsible for that and you're going to get consequences for it. So I have to be clear about that. So make sure you're not sharing lockers. Use your own lockers. Sharing lockers is not a good strategy. It is not. Please use your own locker and make sure that you lock your lockers. The other thing is make sure you put your book bags away. Again, in lieu of the situation currently, in lieu of some of the things going on in social media right now, it is not advisable. I wouldn't advise you to walk around with a book bag on because that draws attention and then, that could lead to safety searches and other things. So if we want to go about our day and have a good day, and that's what I want, I love fist bumping you in the hallways, greeting you in the morning, fist bumping you at the end of the day. If we want to keep doing those kind of things and just having a good year, let's make sure that we think safe. Part of thinking safe is put your book bags away and put them in your locker. Even when you're coming from AK Smith or leaving, leave them in your locker until you need to get your book bag. Other than that, we don't need to carry them around all day. Thank you for listening. Have a good day. And as I say at the end of every day, enjoy your evening. Stay safe. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Green. Thank you for tuning into MCHS TV broadcast. Catch you on the next one. Have a great day, Wolves.